Okay, so now I did 2 readings on intimacy and on moving forward out of third-party situations, out of deception. Yeah, there's my mother's bell. So let's do these mystical healing, because let's see what's going on with your healing journey. And I feel like good stuff, you know. I feel like if you can let go and let Gus take the wheel, which is God, universe, and source. Yeah, you went through a painful time. It says, listen to your intuition. Number 20. A little birdie told you. Those 2 birds are the lovers, okay? And they are mating for life. So you walked away from something possibly so that you could move towards a better, cleaner, more pure energy, okay? Step into the unknown, yes. And so you're like, oh, I don't know how to do it without them, or without this, or without having a cocktail every night, or without having a cigarette, or without speaking to them, right? So there is an initial B that may be significant for you. And it says, step into the unknown, a number 30. So blindfolded into the abyss, which is okay, because that's the space that we could enter in our meditations, in our healing, in our prayers. It's like the void, but it also could be a very beautiful energy where you're in that dimension of love and peace and understanding, okay? And here we have minimize guilt. 22. You balance the scales, so you have nothing to be guilty about, because setting a boundary should not make you feel guilty. Yes, it may be new to you, or yes, it may be really hard to do with a particular person or a particular group of people. It could be more than one person to set those boundaries, because you in the past were a people pleaser, so you had fear of losing these people. However, you just got to the point where you're like, this is what I have to do. I know this is what I have to do. It's a 22. It's your foundation. Assimilate life experiences. You learned great lessons from that. So if you see this guy with the 12 in his cap, there's a woman on a swan, and she's got a spear there. So if you're it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. If this person is acting like, follow me, or you have to walk behind me. You know, when a person walks in front of you, they say that's a narcissistic tendency, and that happens in relationships where this person may take you for granted, where they used to open your door all the time, and now they get out of the car and the car locks on you, and you're stuck in the hot car like a poor puppy, and they just keep walking. So you're like on that swan. What does the swan mean? You're getting more beautiful. Even if you're a male, you're getting more energy back. You're caring about yourself. You're caring for yourself on many levels. Mind, body, and spirit. It says learn from karma. 18, which breaks down to a 9. You learned a huge lesson. And I think for many of you, you gave a lot of chances, okay? Reverse dissociation, 28. You're looking at your feelings. You've got the key, all right, to open the door to a better life. So don't turn away from that. Turn away from the other nonsense. And I believe that many of you are ready to do that. And here is the door. So you're kind of like wanting to open the door, but it's saying release the fear, because if you look, you're not blindfolded anymore, because you put a hole in that blindfold, okay, so that you could see what was going on the outside, and what was really happening. So now you're behind this door and you're afraid to move forward, but the door is open for you because Spirit opened it. You have the X, which is Gabo for partnership. If you want to look at it like a Viking rune, that is the partnership that you want, but you're partnering with yourself because you know you need that time to heal. You're emotionally intelligent enough to know that this is a time of healing for you, that you don't want to pull anybody else into your into your sphere or into your energy right now to get involved with, because you're working diligently on yourself. You're very disciplined now. Okay, it says focus on higher truths. Yes, 14. Yeah, so you were maybe taken for granted, and maybe the time ran out with a certain relationship that you really wanted. Okay, temper your criticism. You're not criticizing them anymore. When it comes up that you maybe want to, reach out or things like that, you're saying, no, this really happened and I really need to move forward. Because if you could see this card, there is the triangle, and that could be a love triangle as well, okay? But that's, you're putting it in the past. With the 33, you're not criticizing anybody anymore, okay? You're just saying, sometimes you have to tell yourself, this person will do this to me again, or you might have to say something like, they did, tell the truth to yourself. Don't gaslight yourself. Hold on. I'm going to go back to this card because I'm looking at it now. And it is 3 people. One is like this, one is like this, and one is like this. It's like the see no evil, speak no evil, and hear no evil. You understand that you're not going to cast spells. You're not going to throw energy back on that person or the person they're with or the group of people that they're with, because that backfires. You're really praying and staying in your sovereignty. Transform anger, 34. You may have reacted. You may have gotten really angry, but it is good to get that anger out in a healthy way. How do you do that? You can hit a pillow, you can kickbox, you can primal dance. I always say primal dance, and drumming the heck out of a Native American drum always worked for me, okay? Bum, 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 boom, 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 boom. Get it out, right? So that's the healthy way. Or write about it, paint it. Explore your ancestry, 13. Your ancestors want to work with you. If you see the gears here, they're greasing the wheel for you. They're rooting for you. And here's confirmation. It is a yes. You're free, baby. 17. Let them continue to play their games and with all their frenetic, chaotic energy, because it's confusing, and confusion is not of the light. You have learned to create serious boundaries. Good for you. And in creating those boundaries, naturally we lose people, because but not the people who understand how the energy works and understand that you still love them. You just have to set boundaries with things that are unacceptable in your life, and you have high standards. Don't apologize for that, okay? You don't have to be conceited. You don't have to be snarky. Sometimes it feels good to be snarky, but do it in your own head. Don't be offensive to other people, and then you're doing what you need to do in a very in other words, you have class. You have integrity, right? And that's a beautiful thing. Ennoble your soul, yes. 10, new beginnings. It's most important for you to know who you are. It isn't your business if somebody doesn't like what you do or who you are. Listen to your guardian angels, because they do have your back, and they see the work that you're doing, and they love you for it. But you have to ask, because angels are very polite. Breaking addictions, number 5. You may be addicted to this old relationship. You may have been addicted to it. You may have been in a trauma bond, or you may be struggling with your eating habits. You may be struggling with wanting to, like I said before, maybe the cigarettes, or having a couple of drinks, or just self-medicating. Don't do that, okay? Because you're rising, you Phoenix. And embrace meditation. So do your healing work on yourself. Be at peace. Know that the universe has your back. Contemplate death and beyond. The rising up, the resurrection, and the Phoenix. Many blessings to you. Keep